Hey everyone, this is my follow-up video to the Blade Tome users and the cavalry units and the combo that I found with that. So these are just gonna be combos between active and passive skills. Yeah, like the active skills are the special skills that units have. I just call it active skills because they are a lot more active. Anyways, like the most notorious combo from Awakening is the first thing that I did when the skill just came out is I did this one. Is I gave Takumi Vantage. Because in Awakening, Vantage Vengeance was in a lesser way in Fates, but still really good. The Vantage Vengeance combos was excellent. It was such a good combo. It was notorious. It was probably one of the most powerful 1-2 punch combos in the game. Fantastic for end game content. That's how I beat a lot of end game content anyway. Um, everyone should know about it. So I'm just putting it out there. Expect it. Especially it works well in conjunction with close counter, distant counter units. So basically Takumi and Hector. There are four units with Vantage. So you have Ana, who you can't. Sorry, just give me 1 second. What am I doing? So if you have this Takumi, I'm gonna put Ana. Even if you unfavor her, no, right? Which should be obvious, right? Obviously they wouldn't want you to give up those three because they have so much to part. They have a lot of part in the story mode, and it wouldn't make sense to just give them all away. Reinhardt is the other advantage users, and if anything, Reinhardt would benefit a lot if someone gave him a Takumi, so he would get the close counter. No, he would get the close counter, and he would also get the vengeance because he does have advantage as well. Watch out for that. Will out there will probably be able to do that. And another two units. Well, the only two units really that I would sacrifice was Gordon, who as a 4-star only gives Vantage 2, which is not too bad. I find Takumi only can take one hit and he's already under 50% HP, so it doesn't bother me as much. Lon'qu is the other one, and this is probably his calling card for now. Is that his Vantage 3 comes as a 4-star, probably worth he's probably worth the 2,000 feathers investment if you just inherit that. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. So on to the attack based active skills and the passive skills for attacking. So an excellent example is Lin and Hawkeye. Well, Ursula. I'll use Ursula. A lot of people should have there are a lot more people with an Ursula probably than there are a Hawkeye. So she has the Rising Thunder, right? And it's that skill where they attack an area before they initiate their attack, and this works well in conjunction with Lin's I wouldn't use Lin, but the defiant attack 3 or the attack plus 3. It's up to you, to your discretion, whichever you use. Lin already has the combo of Defiant Attack 3 and Astra, which, the more attack you have, the more damage you're doing, so it increases your damage output. Another unit with a similar skill to Ursula that I have, Merrick, Growing Wind, similar thing. Hawkeye, Rising Light, similar thing. And at the end of the day, you're just trying to get more damage. There's kind of obvious combos, of course, but I just wanted to put it out there. There are other users. I know Leo has similar type of skill. There's a website I use. I'll link it in the description down below, so you guys can check it out yourself. I think it would really help if you could see the list and see how that works for you. Another combo kind of with Vantage that I wanted to point out, and especially with the Vantage and an attack buff passive skill, would be anyone with a Luna skill, and I do not have one, so I'm relegated to picking Lucina. So Lucina has Ether, right? And a lot of people run her with Luna. This works well in conjunction with either like New Moon too. Some units have just the New Moon. I think Ephraim might be one of those units. I really can't think of anyone off the top of my head. Yeah, no, he has Moonbow. Yeah, Moonbow, not New Moon, Moonbow. Odin. Odin is an example as well of a unit with just Moonbow and New Moon. So they work well in conjunction with Vantage as well. Like I would recommend that as well, and especially Advantage and the plus attack buff skill. Like that should work out really well. Another example that I was thinking of that you can do is it's akin to it's akin to the defiant skills combo the attack one that I thought of. So you have like a lot of you should be able to have female Robin, right? And her Ignis, like mine doesn't have Ignis, but Ignis works well in conjunction with a defiant defense user. If you have one or a defense +3, I honestly don't think I have a defiant defense user. Just give me 1 second. I'm just gonna double check. Who has defiant defense? If that's okay. Let me check. Baruka, Crom, Henry, Hinoka. Oh, so Henry has the combo of defiant defense, and I think he does have Ignis too. No, he doesn't. He has something akin to Ignis. Let me check him really quickly. Yes. No, he gets Ignis. So defiant defense and Ignis, definitely a good combo. Like even Henry has it. So it's not something that's too bad. And lastly, like on the topic of skills that require on a certain stat to do more damage, you have maybe like I have this Nino over here, and I'm gonna put Virion. Where's that nub? Where is this? Virion. So Virion really works, like he has defiant resistance, which is pretty good as a passive skill. Nino has resistance +1, 2, and 3. Like I wouldn't recommend feeding or inheriting Nino because she's an excellent unit by herself, but you gotta work with what you got. So other defiant resistance. Oh, female Robin and Est. So they have defiant resistance. So this works well in conjunction with like for example Shauna's skill. She gets Chilling Wind and Iceberg. So it's dependent on the resistance stat. Pretty sure I have a Fur somewhere. So Fur and Virion would work too because Fur has Glacius, which is probably the better skill. I would prefer this over Iceberg personally, but Glacius is 80% of the unit's resistance. I think Klein has it as well. I'm not sure all the units, but again, I'll link in the description down below. Increasing your resistance will increase your damage, so it would work really well with Fur. Even just the resistance +3 to make it more consistent. And that's about everything I could think, like I saw off the top of my head. If you know of any other comments, like if you know of any other combos, and I'm talking specifically passive and active skill combos. Like I'll go into weapon and active skill combos, maybe passive skill combos by themselves. Like I'll go into that in a future video, but it's just active and passive working together. I'm sure you could do like more than two working in conjunction with one of them with the weapon. Like I'm sure that's totally plausible. I might make a video about that in the future as well, but I'll just wrap this up. Just look out for defiant resistance +3 passive skills, attack +3, any of those sort of skills works in conjunction with certain active skills depending on what the active skill is dependent on, whether attack, defense, or resistance. And then there's the advantage vengeance combo, which, as far as I'm concerned, is probably one of the only combos that kind of stay from Awakening that I can really think of. There are other combos, but it's more of like a weapon and active skill combo. So yeah, I'll bring this video into close, and I hope to upload the next video sometime next week.